All right, so obviously I haven't uploaded a live, news or recap video in quite some time now due to the fact that I'm actually in England right now. I'm 8 hours ahead of the people on the West Coast. It's nearly impossible for me to watch the games as they start at a very late hour for me, or a very early hour in the morning, and so it's been hard for me to keep up with the games. I am checking, and it's hard. So when I saw that the A's traded Frankie Montas today and Trivino, I thought I just got to get on this and talk about it. Also, the internet here is different, and so it's really hard to upload videos, but I'm just gonna try to power through it and get this one up. So yeah, anyways, the A's announced that they would be trading, as obviously the trade deadline's approaching, Frankie Montas and Trivino, two pitchers, to the New York Yankees. And am I mad about this? I mean, absolutely not. I'm not mad about it because I feel like, for one, Frankie Montas specifically deserves to be on a winning team. He's a very good pitcher, and the A's, they're not going to win. Maybe they'll lose a couple more games not having him. It's not going to make a difference. We're not making the playoffs this year. So we were going to trade him. It was inevitable. This wasn't a surprise to anybody. It was either trading him to the Yankees or the Cardinals, most likely. There were some other teams in the mix. And Trivino, obviously a guy that had struggled more in recent years. He had some good flashes of good pitching in past years, but I think our time with him was done. And so, yeah, I mean, obviously the A's sort of go through the same process over and over, getting prospects. And I don't think there's a problem with that. So when I heard the A's were going to get a package of guys for these two pitchers, I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, the A's in this one acquired two left-handed pitchers, Ken Waldichuk and J.P. Sears, right-hander pitcher Luis Medina, and second baseman Cooper Bowman. And I think the main guy to be excited about if you're an A's fan is Waldichuk. He's a top prospect in the Yankee system, 2.7 ERA in 76 innings of play. I mean, obviously, that's very good considering the amount of innings pitched. So yeah, I mean, the A's are the last in the American League. We were going to trade Frankie Montas, and I think if you're an A's fan right now, and I'll admit, I'm actually doing this a lot right now, watching the minor leagues right now is significantly, I'd go as far as saying that, significantly more exciting right now than following the actual A's. Seeing who we're going to have in the next couple of years, it's a thing to be excited about. The A's have a good minor league system right now with a lot of, very strong candidates up there to be brought up maybe next year. So that's besides the point. I mean, I'm going to miss Montas for sure. He was a solid pitcher. Whenever he pitched, you could expect a pretty good outing. He was sixth in American League Cy Young voting last year. He went 13-9 last year, 3.37 ERA. He did have a couple bit of hiccups along the way, but overall, his career ERA is pretty good, 3.7, and 24% strikeout rate. I mean, he's very consistent. His down year was 2020, but he's rebounded for sure. And, it's sad because Frankie Montas specifically has been on our team for a while. So has Trivino. But Frankie Montas has been with our team through the playoff years. And so to part ways with him now, it's sad. But I think we, all A's fans, sort of wanted to, kind of just have a fresh start. That's kind of how we are with this lineup. It's a work in progress. With Trivino, you can say what you want about how he's been good in past years. He's been terrible this year. I hate to say it. Trivino this year, 1-6 with a 6.47 ERA, 10 saves this year. Just not what we needed from him. It's pointless. He's 30 years old. We can definitely develop a guy in the minor leagues that could take over his role. And I think the A's, they didn't get probably as much as they initially wanted with the prospect haul. I mean, considering what, that happened in the Luis Castillo trade, I think, there's definitely, a point to be made about who the A's could have gotten instead, maybe if they traded with St. Louis. But, I mean, I think that's just kind of the way it is. And so if you had to ask me, am I mad with this trade? No. I'm disappointed that it had to come to this with the A's being so incredibly bad that they have to become sellers so significantly, but I feel like that's sort of how the cycle is. We just got to hope that these prospects in our minor league system can someday flourish. And, I mean, there's stuff to be excited about. I know with the A's right now, with the whole thing going on, with how bad the team is, there's a lot of, reason to be upset, disappointed, mad at the ownership. But I think right now, if you're paying attention to the minor leagues, Shea Langeliers, Tyler Soderstrom, and now the main guy we got today, Waldichuk and J.P. Sears, and these guys, they're going to be good too. I can pretty much guarantee you that we're going to have a solid lineup in a couple of years. Now, we'll see what happens, but yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on this trade. I mean, I think you could see it both ways. I don't think maybe we got enough necessarily, but I mean, that's kind of the A's. We get fleeced sometimes, but I think, you know, it was a good trade for both sides. It wasn't like one team won, I don't think. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, go A's.